Hello Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 9. It's hard to underestimate the impact Billy had on the NYC music scene of the last 20 years. More than anything, Billy was a friend. That tribute, shared by Brooklyn Vegan, speaks volumes about the man behind some of New York's most iconic music spaces. Billy Jones passed away at the age of 45, after a brave fight with brain cancer. His departure leaves behind a city forever shaped by his passion, creativity, and deep love for music and people. Born in 1979 and raised in the New York area, Billy found his calling early. He didn't just book bands, he built worlds around them. His crowning achievement came in 2013, when he co-founded Baby's All Right in Brooklyn with Zachary Mexico. That venue quickly became a pulse point in New York's indie scene, launching countless careers and unforgettable nights. Billy went on to create Nightclub 101 on Avenue A and formed deep ties with venues like Cine, Elvis Guesthouse, and Pianos. These weren't just hotspots. They were safe spaces where music lovers found their tribe. But Billy's impact wasn't limited to brick and mortar. Through DJ sets with The Lot Radio and his vinyl shop, Billy's Record Salon, he continued to share the sounds he loved. Every project reflected his impeccable taste, warmth, and an unmatched eye for new talent. Those who knew Billy remember his smile first, the kind that greeted you like family. He made artists feel seen, fans feel welcome, and the scene feel alive. A relentless connector, he championed emerging voices not as business, but as belief. After his passing, tributes flooded in. Musicians, fans, and fellow promoters described him as passionate, the heart of the scene, and a genuine light. His absence is profound, but his influence endures. In songs played, memories made, and communities built. A celebration of life at Baby's All Right is being planned for this summer, the venue that started it all. Billy Jones is survived by his loving family, close friends, collaborators, and the countless artists he uplifted. While he may be gone, the spaces he created and the connections he shaped will live on, just like the music he loved. Tributes to Billy Jones. Number 8. There is no higher calling than to preach the word of God with clarity and conviction. These were words often said by John MacArthur, words he lived by for more than half a century. John MacArthur, a guiding voice in evangelical Christianity, passed away peacefully on July 14, 2025. He was 86. His passing came after a brief illness, surrounded by those who loved him. Born in Los Angeles, John spent much of his life in Southern California. From a young age, he displayed a passion for Scripture and a dedication to teaching God's Word. At 29, he became pastor of Grace Community Church in Sun Valley. For 56 years, he faithfully preached from that same pulpit. What set him apart was not just his longevity, but the depth of his commitment. He preached verse by verse through the entire New Testament, a journey that took 42 years. His sermons were never flashy. They were strong, steady, and always grounded in the Bible. John also helped establish the Master's Seminary and led the Master's University. Through these institutions, he trained pastors and church leaders who now serve around the world. His influence extended well beyond the church walls. Through Grace to You, his daily radio broadcast, John's teachings reached millions in dozens of countries. His books, over 150 of them, touched countless hearts. Among them, the MacArthur Study Bible became an essential guide for believers everywhere. Despite his wide reach, John always remained personal. Congregants recalled his warmth and his ability to offer counsel both deeply biblical and completely human. He mentored pastors. He spoke truthfully even when it was difficult. He led with courage and humility. Jonathan Falwell said, "His legacy as a pastor and teacher of the faith will continue to inspire many generations to come." John MacArthur is survived by his wife of over 60 years, Patricia, 4 children, Matt, Marcy, Mark, and Melinda, 15 grandchildren, and 9 great-grandchildren. His work, his teachings, and his character live on through them and through the multitudes he taught and inspired. The world has lost more than a preacher. It has lost a faithful shepherd. Tributes to John MacArthur. Number 7. Robin's vision and spirit shaped our show in countless ways. Her absence will be deeply felt by everyone who knew and worked with her. These words from the American Idol production team echo the feelings of many across the entertainment world. Robin Kay, the guiding force behind the music of so many television staples, passed away at age 60. She was found at her Encino home alongside her husband, musician Thomas DeLuca, in what authorities are now investigating as a double homicide. Her unexpected loss has shaken colleagues and fans alike. Over a remarkable 30-year career, Kay helped shape the soundtrack of American television. Though she worked behind the scenes, her work was front and center in homes across the country. Her passionate music supervision defined American Idol for 15 seasons. She steered the musical tone of other iconic productions too: Lip Sync Battle, The Singing Bee, Miss USA, and Miss Universe, among many others. Her journey began in artist management, representing legends like Waylon Jennings in Nashville. She later held leadership roles at top labels before founding Synchronicity, her own successful music supervision company. Her talent, sharp instincts, and deep love for music earned her multiple honors, including prestigious Guild of Music Supervisors awards. But Robin was more than her industries and accolades. She was a mentor, a listener, and a champion for rising talent. Her colleagues remember her not only for her expertise but for her kindness and generosity. She had a way of making people feel heard in a business that often moves too fast. The public and private grief following her death speaks to how deeply she touched those around her. Tributes have poured in on social media, memories from artists, producers, and fellow supervisors who call her a pioneer, a friend, and a light. Robin Kay leaves behind a powerful legacy that will continue through the music she helped bring into the world. While the investigation into her tragic death continues, we hold on to what she stood for: creativity, compassion, and connection through music. She is survived by family, friends, and a distant circle of admirers whose lives she quietly changed. Robin's voice may never have been on stage, but her spirit played on every beat we remember. Tributes to Robin Kay. Number 6. His passion touched everyone who knew him. Those were the words shared by the New England Society for Psychic Research, an organization that Dan Rivera didn't just work for, but helped shape into what it is today. Dan passed away unexpectedly at the age of 54 while on a sold-out paranormal tour in Gettysburg. His death has left a deep sense of loss within the paranormal community and among the thousands who followed his work and respected his voice. A U.S. Army veteran turned paranormal investigator, Dan Rivera followed a path led by curiosity, compassion, and courage. He trained under the legendary Lorraine Warren, who recognized in him both warmth and focus. qualities that would anchor his career. After Lorraine's passing, Dan kept her vision alive with integrity and respect. Dan became lead investigator at NESPR in 2011 and took on the responsibility of caring for one of the world's most feared artifacts, the Annabelle doll. While others sensationalized, Dan educated. He explained risks, embraced community questions, and made space for belief and skepticism alike. His famously calm demeanor during live events, paired with a dash of humor, put audiences at ease. He took seriously the need for protection and transparency, even constructing Annabelle's containment with holy water and traditional markings. Beyond Netflix appearances and viral TikToks, Dan's work had a quieter power. He inspired future investigators to lead with empathy. He reminded people that behind every haunting was a human story. His preservation efforts combined history, safety, and care, and he brought a skeptical world closer to something mysterious and meaningful. Those who knew him personally speak of his kindness, generosity, and a sense of humility that never left him. He was a friend in every sense, a helper, a listener, a protector of both people and traditions. Dan Rivera is survived by his family, whose privacy is being honored. Across social media, memorials and messages flood in, each echoing the same theme: gratitude for his life, sorrow for his loss, and admiration for all that he stood for. Even in death, Dan's work continues. The stories he shared, the tools he designed, the legacy he carried, they remain, just like the mysteries he helped explore. Tributes to Dan Rivera. Number 5. At age 100, most slow down. Faua Singh sped up. On a fall day in Toronto, he ran 8 world record races back-to-back, from the 100 meters to the 5,000. With both feet off the ground, he proved age is no barrier to greatness, only belief is. Faua Singh, known worldwide as the Turban Tornado, passed away at 1:14 after a hit-and-run incident during his daily walk in Basepind, Punjab. His passing leaves behind not only a legacy of records but a life of incredible heart and inspiration. He began his competitive running career in his 80s, years after many hang up their shoes. But Singh wasn't interested in doing what was expected. He became the first person over 100 to finish a full marathon, completing the Toronto Waterfront Marathon at age 100. He ran 9 marathons in total, continuing to compete even at 101. Born in India and later living in London, he stood as a proud symbol of Sikh heritage and global unity. A torchbearer at the 2012 London Olympics, Faua brought inspiration to millions across cultures and continents. His long white beard, running shoes, and signature turban became a symbol of fearless aging. Yet, it wasn't just his speed that made him remarkable. It was his spirit. Faua embraced life with joy, humility, and positivity. He promoted healthy living, raised funds for charity, and encouraged others to overcome limits, mental or physical. Ontario Masters Athletics co-chair Doug Smith once remembered watching Faua in awe. He was actually running, both feet off the ground, the most astonishing athletic performance I had ever witnessed. Faua Singh's story has touched every corner of the world. From elite athletes to young dreamers just starting out, his example reminds us all that we're never too old to chase something new. He is survived by loving family members and countless admirers who will carry forward his message of resilience, purpose, and peace. Though he has crossed his final finish line, Faua Singh's legacy will keep running strong. Tributes to Faua Singh. Number 4. She gave women a voice, and literature new wings to fly. These words echoed across Turkey as the news of Punar Cur's passing spread, a tribute to a writer who changed the course of modern Turkish literature. Punar Cur passed away peacefully at the age of 82, after a brief illness. Her life was one of words, courage, and an enduring love for truth. Raised in a family where literature was both tradition and passion, Cur grew up among educators, poets, and writers. She studied across continents, from Zonguldak to New York, and from Robert College to the Sorbonne. Her doctorate explored theater and illusion, a fitting reflection of a career built on revealing hidden realities. Her voice first emerged in the pages of Dost magazine in the early 1970s. It was bold, clear, and unafraid. With novels like Yarın Yarın and Asılacak Kadın, Cur tackled political unrest, injustice, and the inner lives of women, topics rarely explored so openly at the time. For this, she faced censorship and even trial, but never silence. The resilience in her storytelling inspired generations. Cur's novels, each a mirror held up to society, include Küçük Oyuncu, Akışı Olmayan Sular, Bitmeyen Aşk, and Bir Cinayet Romanı. With these, she didn't just tell stories, she built bridges over silences and shadows. Beyond her fiction, she brought global voices into Turkish through powerful translations of writers like Jean Rhys and Ian McEwan. She also lit the path for others through teaching at Istanbul University, and later Istanbul Bilgi University, remaining a beacon for young writers and thinkers. In a career spanning over 5 decades, she won the Sait Faik Story Award and received lasting recognition for her contribution to Turkish arts and letters. Still, her greatest reward may have been the voices she helped lift and the barriers she broke. Following her passing, tributes poured in from colleagues and cultural leaders. One read, "She didn't just write. She showed us how to keep asking, keep searching, keep writing." Punar Cur is remembered not only for her extraordinary work but for the courage and honesty she brought to every page. She leaves behind a legacy woven into the fabric of Turkish literature. Tributes to Punar Cur. Number 3. Light up a set with just a glance, recalled one of his longtime colleagues. And it's true, Gazimos Michelis left more than just roles behind. He left moments, memories, and a spirit of generosity that touched everyone around him. Gazimos passed away peacefully at the age of 60. The news of his death on July 15, 2025 has left a deep gap in the heart of Greek entertainment. He had faced a brief illness but remained surrounded by close family in his final days. Born in Athens in 1965, Gazimos embraced storytelling from an early age. Over the decades, he became a familiar figure on Greek television, known for his authenticity on-screen and his kindness off it. His role in the beloved show Sto Parapente brought him into countless homes, and he stayed there, not just as a character but as part of the family. Every performance he gave reflected care and commitment. His characters were never just roles. They were reflections of real people. Whether on stage or television, his portrayals were rooted in truth, often earning quiet admiration from peers and heartfelt applause from viewers. Beyond his own success, Gazimos gave back. He supported young actors and attended events that uplifted the arts community. He believed in the power of storytelling to connect people, and he shared that belief openly. Friends described him as gentle yet passionate, a true professional, and someone who never lost sight of what mattered most: people. Those who worked with him didn't just admire his talent, they cherished his presence. Public tributes have poured in across social media and press outlets. One fellow actor wrote, "He taught me more with his actions than anyone ever could with words." Gazimos is survived by his family, who are grieving this immense loss in private. While he may be gone, his work lives on. Timeless performances that brought laughter, emotion, and connection to so many. As the Greek acting world reflects on his life and legacy, one thing is clear: Gazimos Michelis made his mark, not just through art, but through heart. Tributes to Gazimos Michelis. Number 2, to know Ray was to love him. To work with Ray was to learn from him. And to watch him work was to watch a master at play. Ray Deon, a proud Brooklyn native, brought joy, energy, and heart to everything he touched. He passed away at age 63 following a brief illness, just days before a birthday celebration planned in his honor. For over 30 years, Ray helped shape New York's comedy scene. As host of the legendary Video Music Box, he welcomed icons like Stevie Wonder, Kevin Hart, and Alicia Keys, not just interviewing them, but creating space for real connection. Crowds responded to his warm presence and quick wit. He didn't just entertain, he uplifted. He co-founded the beloved 2 on 75 Park Comedy Club, one of Brooklyn's first Black-owned comedy venues. It wasn't just a stage, it was a home for laughter, for community, and for fresh talent finding its voice. Ray's passion for humor and healing extended far beyond the spotlight. He was a trained therapist, a motivational speaker, and a fierce advocate for youth and public health. He spoke openly about his triumphs over adversity, battling addiction, recovering from a stroke, and turned those experiences into purpose. He also spearheaded national events like stand-up comedy Oscar the Movies and toured alongside legends like Boys II Men, Dougie Fresh, and Sinbad. As president of Deon Entertainment, Ray produced unforgettable moments while always keeping the focus on others. But perhaps his greatest achievement was his steady mentorship. He championed rising comics, gave stage time when few would, and never stopped encouraging the next generation to dream big and stay funny. The outpouring of tributes has been overwhelming. Comedian Ayana Duki shared, "I have no words. R.I.P. Ray. Thank you for all the stage time and for putting so many of us on." Another wrote, "Ray, you are a legend, icon. He will be greatly missed." Ray leaves behind a legacy of laughter, strength, and so much love. He is survived by family, friends, and the many artists he guided along the way. He didn't just change careers, he changed lives. Tributes to Ray Deon. What's trending on the internet? News 1. Imagine waking up early one morning, expecting a typical day at work, only to find that a loved one is gone, leaving behind a mystery that spans decades. This is the poignant story of Jody Huizentrout, a vibrant 27-year-old news anchor who vanished on June 27, 1995 in Mason City, Iowa. As she prepared for her morning shift at KMT TV, signs of a struggle were later discovered outside her apartment, leading investigators to believe she was abducted. Despite her disappearance, Jody has never been forgotten. 30 years later, a new documentary titled Her Last Broadcast, The Abduction of Jody Huizentrout, is shining light on her life and case, offering a fresh perspective with interviews from family and friends. This documentary is a testament to the enduring spirit of Jody, who remains deeply missed by her community. Her legacy lives on as a symbol of hope and resilience, inspiring those who knew her to continue seeking justice. Jody will always be remembered for her bright smile and her contributions to the world of journalism, leaving behind a story that reminds us of the power of love, hope, and community. News 2. Let's take a moment to check in with a familiar face from television. 54-year-old Dolores Katana, beloved star of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Known for her candid nature, Dolores is once again opening up. This time, about her recent experiences with popular weight loss medications. After trying both Ozempic and Mounjaro for her health and wellness, she shared that the journey isn't always as easy as it might look. Dolores revealed she recently gained back some weight after her medication stopped working, a reminder that health and wellness are truly lifelong efforts. Dolores was honest about her struggles and even stepped away from her medication for a month to address a heart rhythm issue, requiring a procedure called a cardiac ablation. Now on the mend, she's focusing on staying healthy, reminding everyone that long-lasting well-being still comes down to classic habits like balanced eating, staying active, and listening to what your body needs. Dolores credits her resilience and optimism for getting through tough times, encouraging those facing similar challenges not to lose heart. Dolores's transparency continues to inspire her fans, showing that even in the spotlight, it's okay to start again and prioritize your health. Her story is a gentle reminder. Perseverance, self-care, and a positive spirit are always worth celebrating. News 3. What a wonderful sight to see actor John Goodman stepping out in Los Angeles looking healthier and happier than ever. At 73 years old, the beloved star, famous for iconic roles in Roseanne and Monsters, Inc., recently stunned fans by revealing his incredible 200-pound weight loss at the red carpet premiere of the new Smurfs movie, where he voices Papa Smurf. Dressed sharp in a dark blue suit and a cheerful smile, John's transformation is the talk of the town. The secret behind his uplifting journey? John credits steady lifestyle changes, daily walks, mindful eating, and embracing a healthier diet, including cutting out sugar and following the Mediterranean approach. His example shows it's never too late to make positive changes for our well-being. John Goodman's dedication is truly inspiring, reminding us all that taking care of ourselves can open doors to new adventures at any age. We look forward to seeing him bring joy to audiences for years to come, and celebrating each new chapter in his remarkable story. News 4. You might remember Saki Waterhouse, the 33-year-old English actress and singer, best known for her role on Daisy Jones and the Six and her own musical career, as someone who always keeps it real with her fans. Well, she recently shared a reminder that even the smallest fashion choices can have some unexpected consequences. In a heartfelt message to her followers, Saki opened up about a health scare that took her offline for a while. She revealed that about 6 months ago she was hospitalized after her favorite pair of pants, which she admits she probably wore just a bit too tight, led to a hernia, a condition where tissue pushes through a weak spot in the muscle wall, often causing discomfort and sometimes requiring medical attention. Saki joked with fans that she hadn't been as active on social media lately because, in her words, she was too scared to admit what had happened. Along with her post, she shared a photo of herself performing on stage in those eye-catching green pants, followed by a selfie from her hospital bed, showing fans both a moment from her tour and the reality of her recovery journey. But Saki, who became a new mom in 2024 and is set to return to the stage for her Sparkle Muffin Tour in Colorado this August, isn't letting this experience slow her down. She's using the story as a lighthearted caution for fashion lovers everywhere, and proving that every now and then, life gives us a gentle nudge to find comfort, not just in style, but in health too. Saki's honesty and humor in sharing her story have left fans everywhere inspired not just to dress their best, but also to listen to their bodies and keep laughing through life's surprises. And for her loyal followers, that's just another reason to celebrate her as both an artist and someone who always keeps it real. Number 1. She made us see beauty where the world hadn't yet learned to look, a fellow model once said about Sanrachel. At just 26, Sanrachel Gandhi, also known as Sanrachel and Sankara Priya, passed away on July 13, 2025. Her sudden death came as a result of unexpected medical complications, leaving her fans, peers, and loved ones heartbroken. Born in Puducherry, Sanrachel rose to fame through the world of pageantry and fashion. She was crowned Miss Dark Queen Tamil Nadu in 2019 and went on to claim the Miss Puducherry title for 3 consecutive years. Her grace and confidence earned her the Queen of Madras crown in both 2022 and 2023. In the Miss Africa Golden India contest, she proudly finished as second runner-up, breaking barriers and expectations. She was later honored as Miss World Black Beauty, a title that recognized not just her appearance, but her determination to inspire dignity and pride in darker skin tones. Her work went beyond the runway. Sanrachel was a voice for those overlooked by traditional beauty standards. She challenged deep-rooted colorism in Indian culture, stood firm against discrimination, and used her platform to speak for the unheard. Raised by her father after the early loss of her mother, she turned pain into purpose. Mentoring younger models and speaking out for women's rights and safety, she always stood for something greater than herself. Despite her growing fame on social media and in public life, Sanrachel remained grounded. She never let awards or titles define her. Her warmth touched everyone she met, from fellow contestants to young dreamers seeking a place in an often unforgiving industry. Her death has cast a shadow over the Indian fashion world, with an overwhelming wave of tributes pouring in. She was a mirror to society, reflecting truths many were afraid to face, said a friend from her early days in pageantry. Sanrachel leaves behind her father, D. Gandhi, and her husband, Satya, whom she married recently. Though gone far too soon, her life continues to inspire. Her courage sparked change, her voice gave others a chance to be heard, and her story will continue to move hearts for generations. Tributes to Sanrachel. I write poems because I want to survive, and I want you to survive too. Those words, spoken by Andrea Gibson, captured the purpose behind their art and life.